Hello. So tonight we'll be doing Pearson Edexcel function skills practice set 2, mathematics level 2, section A, non-calculated paper. So let's get started. The first question. So the first question, they're talking about work out 700 minus 7 squares. So what we're going to do first is 700 minus 7 square basically means 7 times 7, which is equals to 700 minus 49. And then 700 minus 49, then what we're going to do is just subtract it, write it down vertically, 700 minus 49. 0 is smaller than 9, so what we're going to do is borrow from 70. So we take 1 out, becomes 69, and then we add 10 to 0, that becomes 10. 10 plus 0 is 10, so 10 minus 9 is 1, 69 minus 4 is 65. So the final answer is 651. Second question, here's a list of numbers: 29, 31, 46, 43, 29, 31, 38, 34, 43, 35, and 43. And they're asking you to write down the mode of these numbers. So the mode basically means it's the number that appears the most, the number that appears the most. So from here, what number appears the most will be 1, 2, 3. So there are 343s and 231. So which means the number that appears the most is 43. So the answer is 43. So next question. So here they're talking about Ola will run from her house to a local park and back to her house. She sees the sketch of the route she will take. What is the total distance? So when they talk about total distance, that means you have to do is add. So give your answer as a mixed number. So you must show your working. So basically what we're going to do is do 1 over 4 plus 2 3 over 8. So what we're going to do here is whole number plus whole number, 1 plus 2 plus fraction, which is 1 over 4 plus 3 over 8. And then 1 plus 2 is 3 plus, and because the denominator are different, we want to find the common denominator. Then what we're going to do is find the LCM. So we're going to do 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2, 8. So the LCM is equals to 4 times 1 times 2, which is equals to 8. So the common denominator is 8. So then we need to find the equivalent fraction. 4 times 2 is 8. Whatever you do at the bottom, you must do the same thing on top. 1 times 2 is 2. And 8 times 1, 8 times 1 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. So whatever you do at the bottom, you must do the same thing on top. So finally, 3 plus 5 over 8. So 3 plus 5 over 8, which is equal to 3, 5 over 8. And that's the final answer. Let's move on. Next question. So what do we have here? We have Simon is making a filling for a cake. Simon mixes jam, sugar, and soft cheese in the ratio 4, 1, and 16. So this would be jam, sugar, and soft cheese. She uses 32 ounces of soft cheese. So she uses 32 ounces of soft cheese. Okay. Simon knows that 1 ounce is equal to 28.3 grams. So how many grams of jam does Simon need? So we want to focus on the ratio. So here we see that 4 to 1 to 16. So their total 4 plus 1 plus 16, which is equal to 21 parts. So there are 21 parts, and jam occupies 4 over 21. That would be the jam. Sugar occupies 1 over 21. Soft cheese occupies 16 over 21. She uses 32 ounces of soft cheese. So she used already 32 ounces of soft cheese, which means there are total of 32 divided by 21, 32. So you have 32 divided by 16 over 21, then 32 times 21 over 16, which is equals to 42. So 42 is the total. So total filling, and we are interested in jam. So we're interested in jam. So what we're going to do would be 42 times 4 over 21, which is equals to, if you simplify that, 2 times 4 is 8. So that would be 8 ounces of jam. So, but we are interested in finding how many grams of jam. So if we're interested in finding how many grams of jam, then all we're going to do is 28.3 times 8. So 28.3 times 8, which is equals to 3 times 8 is 24, 8 times 8 is 64, plus 2 is 66, 8 times 2 is 16, plus 6 is 226. So 226.4 would be the final answer. All right, so now then we use estimation to show a check of your answer. So that's pretty straightforward. So estimation, so 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. So 28.3 is closest to 30 grams. So then 30 times 8, which is equals to 240. And that's done. So let's move on. Okay, so here, what are we talking about here? So Jack is a jeweler. So he makes a pendant in the shape of a triangular prism as shown in the diagram. Jake makes the pendant from solid gold. He uses the formula. So volume is equals to area of triangular face, length of the prism. So Jack knows that mass is equal to density times volume. The density of gold is 19 grams. The cost of 1 gram of gold is 40 pounds. Okay, so first of all, we need to find the volume. So the first thing what we need to do is find the area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. So area of triangle is base times height divided by 2. So base times height divided by 2, which is equals to 3 times 1 over 2, which is equals to 3 over 2, which is equals to 1.5 cm square. And then volume is equals to 1.5 times 4, 1.5 times 4, which is equals to 6 cm cube. So volume is equals to 6 cm cube. Okay, so that's the first part. Now the second part is finding the density. Okay, so to find the density, what we're going to do is basically, what do we know? So we know that 19 grams per cm cube. So 19 grams per cm cube, but we found which is 6 cm cube, which is equals to 19 times 6, which is equals to 9 times 6 is 54, 1 times 6, 6, plus 5, 11. So the answer would be, so the density would be 114 grams. So that would be the second part. Now the cost. So now we come to the cost. So the cost would be, the cost of 1 gram of gold is 40 pounds. Then, but we already found which is 114. So the cost would be 114 times 40. Okay, so we do 14 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1, 5. 1 times 4 is 4. 4, 5, 6, and then there's a 0 there. So 4, 5, 6, 0. So that means this is how much the final cost would be 4,560, but Jack sells the pendant for £382,000 more. £382 more. So what we got to do is the final answer would be 4,560 plus 382, 2, 6 plus 8, 14, 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9, 4942 as the final answer. And that will be the end of this paper. Thank you. Bye.